Hello, hello. How are you tonight? It's me. Hi, I'm Chris Farah. Welcome to my channel. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Nope. And we'll be talking about 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. It's season 4. It's episode 16 or something. Look at this hair. It's the tell-all part 1 happening right now. Why didn't I just text Walla before I did this and tell her that we're live? On YouTube. I love you guys so much, and I'm happy that you're here. If you watched my live from last night, I talked about for 16 minutes what's happening in this world, and specifically America, because that's where I am, and I won't be going into the detail that I did before, but all of those feelings are still very much happening, and it's what's happening. But I did talk about it a lot, and I want to keep it right, keep it tight for today. But I'm going to pull a full wah, by being like, I'm going to YouTube myself while I'm going live. Hi, I'm Chris. If you want to talk about 90 Day Fiancé tonight, go to my YouTube, search Chris Farah. We're talking about the tell-all. God bless everyone in LA. I love that you're protesting, and I wish I was there, but I'm in Orange County having watched the show. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what this 90 Day tell-all was the shortened, edited version of the 10 hours that we knew that they shot. And it was only part 1. And was it exciting? They're doing the most. Like, I feel like this whole Avery, Ash, Tom thing was just made up for the cameras. Like, just for us to have something. Like, same thing as, like, making us sit through any of Yolanda's storyline. And then, like, just to have something to talk about with her, they have a PI bring on. Like, they bring on a PI. Like, we saw David's PI, like, 7 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been seeing David's PI. But let's get in. So this was the tell-all part 1, and if you haven't yet, I'm so happy to see you. Go ahead and flip that thumbs it up button. Give it a like. Give it a little like boop. Lights on. We're in the house. Look, I have like a flowy situation on. I'm like very tan for me. Like this is when I burn myself. But like, look what's happening here. It's like she's getting dark. She's getting it. So craziness is that I will just say this. I'm a bad recapper, and I missed the beginning part. So I'm open to talking to you guys about everything I missed. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hi, Lugai. Hi, Akila, sorry about that. Hi, Lugai. Hi, Mr. C. I said Tulsa, but you live in Topeka. Do I have any mods in the house? Not yet, but they will be coming, hopefully. Okay, so Baby Boo. Hi, Baby Boos. Okay, so Sean Robinson is doing the most. She's comfortably on a couch. She has to like go through all the people. Like, I'm wondering what she's looking at. Like, is it a straight? Yeah, it's a Zoom. So she's just like, working it out. She looks great. She really knows how to flourish in this quarantine time. Avery looks good, but she knows how to do her makeup. Ed looks the same. Rosemary picked a very poppin' wall, like she really picked a wall that was good, because that pink, bright pink really, really brought something to it. Now, Rosemary had a translator because she, I think, wanted to make sure she got her points across. And she can understand, this is what she said, that she can understand English way better than she's able to say or speak, which God bless. I can't speak any Tagalog, so girl, she's winning. So, but she is, as she would say, very, 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 very upset. Very, 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 very angry. So she has to like be here. Oh, Karen's here. Yay. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you guys and going over this as opposed to like my like ramble, and then talk to you guys at the end. This is not going to be too long, but I want to just like, yeah, get into this with you. Okay, yeah, Sean was doing really a good job for having to facilitate this conversation. Um, you guys are really enjoying my makeup, and I really appreciate that. I tried really hard. And like bronzer, 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 and just like highlighter and like blush. She tried to do the most. Okay. So I missed the first part. So I'm going to start with Rosemary and Ed. Now we can talk about, someone said that Caesar made appearance, never saw him. So like, I don't know what that was, but I can't wait to read what you guys say and then I'll discuss it. Part I saw was Tom playing only rational one in the convo. But like at the same time, Tom, I think, was being at some points like, I made a mistake. Okay. So Ed and Rosemary. So one of the points of contention that I jumped in on is who last spoke to who. And like, because Sean's like, is this the first time you're seeing each other? They're like, no, like we FaceTimed after we got back. And so this is where it gets murky. Ed's like, low key, she reached out to me. But then I looked on Facebook and saw that she had a girlfriend. They had some picture he kept showing of them in like matching swatches. And then when I confronted her about it, she was like, no girlfriend, best no more. I want to get back together with you and I want a Valentine's Day present. And then they talked another time, and the contention is like who tried to get to who at first. And then what's horrifying is during this back and forth, Ed's like, she tried to reach out to me and, I did it because I'm still in love with Ed. Like I'm so in love with Rosemary. Like I was ready to drop everything. My daughter, like we had made up, but like, F that girl. Like I don't need her. And then we'll get to that. And he's like, but she's bi and that's fine. I'm totally fine with bi people, but yeah, I didn't know. Ha ha ha. And then they bring Tiffany, Ed's daughter, on. And Sean's like, hey, Tiff, did you low-key just hear your dad, like, basically give you up again after that, like, whole I'm sorry and reconciliation that we saw? Like, he was just ready to dump you again? Like, who the hell are you? Like, he's going to go with this Rosemary with the hairy legs and the smelly breath? She's supposedly, like in Ed's mind, those things, and just like filled with the STDs, but like all of that's better than like having a relationship with you ever. And poor Tiffany has to sit there and hear that and she starts crying. But then after that, she kind of goes after Rosemary and it's like, you never loved my dad. And it's like, no one could. And then Tiffany tried to make it seem, it's so crazy. Like, why she wouldn't just be like, I literally hate that man. I guess I needed to see this one more time to be like, that person's dead to me. Hi, Colleen. And then, Rosemary's trying to be like, your dad lied to me about everything. And then like, Tiffany's questioning her on it. And it's like, do we have to go over it again? His height, his gait, whether he wants kids or not. Like, he embarrassed her over and over again. Like, what are you talking about? Like it really was, maybe Tiffany just watched this season and knew that people were coming after her dad and like for his bad choices and the bad choices God made when he like made Ed physically or whatever. And maybe she felt some sort of way like she had to defend him, but he's indefensible. And the fact that he was just like, yeah, I would have dumped Tiffany again, my whole relationship with my one true love, Tiffany, my daughter, just to like have one more piece of that hairy, smelly butt. Can you what? It was really hard. Some things feel so fake and some things feel real. Like, I don't feel like Tiffany is fake. I think she hates every part of her dad doing this. I think her dad loves every moment of it. And Ed's just like, please, Tiffany, come on. Because one other thing that happened that I really didn't need in this tell-all is like all of the extra opinions from like the friends. I don't remember this happening on the show. Like maybe we would get one or two important people or whatever. But like, for Erica and Stephanie, they just brought everyone who I did not need to hear about. I like don't need their opinions, like no wonder this ish was 10 hours long. Like Stephanie's friend tried to like make it all about her. Oh my God. Okay. I don't remember anyone's name. Why do I do these recaps? No, I love the show. That's why. Okay, so then another point of contention is whether Ed asked Rosemary for a sex video. Now, what does that mean? Sex video. Cam girl? No. OnlyFans? None. A sex video, like, were they going to cyber sex over FaceTime? Like, ooh, girl. Or was she supposed to just film a separate video and send it to him? And whether he was going to give her money for this, which is disgusting. And I felt like incredibly true because when Ed was confronted with it, he was like, are we really going to get into this? We're really going to get into this? And it's like, he wasn't like, what? No, we didn't. No, that didn't happen, right? No, that absolutely happened. I mean, Lou's like, Ed sounds like quite the guy. Lou, you have to understand this person. When he first came on, he was like, when we didn't know anything about Ed, we were just like, oh, he's kind of crazy, kind of lovable. Like he doesn't have a neck, he like just doesn't have a neck. He's very, very small. He has like some sort of, his necklace, okay, and not like a pretty necklace, like not like ooh pearls, more like where'd that neck go? And he had a scooter, he had a dog, like he was a photographer, and all of this was fine. We were kind of like, this seems chill, like, like this is one of the crazy characters. And then he goes, right, and meets this like young ass thing from the Philippines and just berates and embarrasses her at every given moment. And we had to watch. And she just takes it and takes it and takes it until she just blows her lid and is like, you're ugly, you're short, you liar, you're horrible, what are you doing? And just like blew him off. And like by blew him off I mean like literally said words to him to blow him out of the Philippines, because she has bad breath. It's fine, she has a hernia, she's getting it fixed. I don't know if that's true, but she should be getting it fixed. I'm hoping that she uses some of the cameo money to like see if we can get that remedied. And Ed just turned out to be like a horrible person that we get to now make fun of, because we wouldn't have been able to make fun of him before because he's like, maybe it would have been punching down, literally, because he's short when they say that. But he's so horrible we can, when it would have been bad before. Honey, that egg, you know what I'm saying? That egg needed to be broke and poached. That's what I'm saying. Why you look so amazing on a shelter-in-place Sunday? Makeup? I'm trying this thing where like I'm lining my lips differently. I'm trying not to. I overline them a little bit, and I'm trying to like not make the Cupid's bow so severe. I have a tendency. Wah says this a lot. Like I'll just be like peaks and mountains. So I'm trying different looks. I'm trying different colors. Really appreciate you guys. The fact that she told him that she was going through hard times and he's asking her for a sex video. Yeah. First of all, Rosemary, and I love you so much. It looks like every day's a hard time. God bless. I can't imagine that like you've had some like easy times. But the fact that he would just be like, I know how to help you. Get naked for me and spread them legs. You make a ping pong pop out of there. Oh, what a lovely super chat. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, hi. Thank you. That's so sweet. Look, we're both wearing blue. Caesar told us he wasn't hitting on Yolanda, just left her his phone number. Oh, yeah. I think I had read about that. Like, Caesar was just like, we're both dumb and in love with other people that won't ever love us. Come on. She was just like, I'm going to write a book. I'm Yolanda. And Yolanda started, when she was talking this time, she had like moments of her weird accent that sounded kind of like Candy Burgess from lots of different things, but Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like sometimes I heard her talk, I was like, oh, she's kind of like pronouncing things like Candy does. Is she from Atlanta, Georgia? Anyway, moments. Have you seen her videos on YouTube channel? She's so cute. I'm talking about Rosemary. Yeah, I haven't yet. I really want to. I hated how Ed's daughter was acting towards Rose. Me too. Like, I want to be like, you just literally heard your dad give you up again. You know, he's horrible. And like, sometimes she'd be like, well, I did talk to him about the STD thing because like one whole thing was that, yes, Ed just went to the Philippines and was like, you need to get an STD test. With like no talk of him getting one or that he had gotten one, as if he's like, I mean, it's obvious that no one will touch him. So like, I get it. Like, you don't have one, but his daughter was like, I told him he should have come with the STD test so he could be like, look at what I did. Now it's your turn. But she didn't, you know. Yeah, this whole Tiffany and Ed and Rosemary thing was annoying. Okay, so let's move on. I don't have a lot to say about anyone else, but Darcy and Tom. Okay, so Darcy showed up in full Britney toxic cosplay. Like toxic, you know, when Britney's in that bedazzled bodysuit, so hot, and Britney blonde hair. Okay, in this quarantine, we know what Darcy's hair looks like because, well, maybe you don't, but we do. I mean, me, because there's been many cameos and things that have happened. By the way, like 100%, if you're not, you know, if you're into talking about this kind of stuff, which is like, why are you here if you're, you know, like you're not into that, but if you are into it, my Facebook group, Vanity Farah, we share stuff like this all the time. So people were sharing cameos of Darcy. We got to see her, like, what her real hair looks like, and just drunk the whole time. I mean, she's been drinking that wine. So someone made this joke tonight, which is so hilarious. I think it was Coralie, that Darcy got her hair off of Wish.com for tonight. Darcy got a blonde Halloween wig. I mean, stuck it on her head, put that bedazzled bodysuit on, just came as Britney. Like, which I get, like, I love Britney too, but it was like, you know that you're toxic. I mean, come on. And she just like was so excited to randomly get up and show Tom her quote unquote revenge body. Well, she did look good or whatever, but it's just like so awkward because it's like she gets up like on a Zoom. Like that's like being like, look at my revenge body, which I don't have one, but like, you know, you can't even see. You're like, you know, it's just like I now have to get back down. Why'd I do that? I got this dress in Target, by the way, in 2 colors. Ooh, ooh. And coming back down. Okay, so Darcy and Tom. So, you know, Darcy has her friend from the spa, and she has Stacy, and Tom's there, and like one of the most points of contention are like, why do I love saying that phrase so much? But like Tom, like Sean being like, Tom, why did you want to meet Darcy? You were already dating someone else. And he was like, well, the producers, I mean, right? But the producers, no, because I thought that I would show up and what I really wanted Darcy to do was totally forgive me for having dated someone else, but beg me to be with her instead. Then I would have considered it. What? What? That's what you like. It's so crazy. That is so bananas. So then another thing was like, when did he start dating his girlfriend? And if it was really cheating or two-timing, he's a player, he's two-timing. Because it was within the same week that was Darcy's birthday, which she obviously had waited for him to contact her and they would talk about her birthday, but that did not happen, right? Because he went to, we keep having to keep hear about the Milan Fashion Week in Milano that he always goes to, honey. It's Gucci, it's Prada, it's Dolce & Gabbana, honey. You know, he goes there and he has to like snob hob with all of the like to-dos of the fashion world. Everyone's like, Tom, oh my God, what's he wearing? Tom, get out of the way, Gigi, get out of the way, Bella. We don't need some stupid Hadith. It's Tom! You know, like, what? You have to keep hearing about this. And so he meets his new girlfriend at Milan Fashion Week and he like can't stop saying it. And Darcy's like, yeah, when we were dating. And he's like, no, I think it was after. And she's like, no, because I was waiting for my birthday. My birthday is August. I don't forget what it was, 21st or whatever. When is Milan Fashion Week? You know, like you go all the time. You should know. It should be the calendar. You know, like I love it so much. What was that? Who knows? Oh, Facebook. Let me turn that off. Um, yeah, I love someone saying he goes to Fashion Week, yet he was still wearing that blinged out skull shirt. Yeah, what was that? Ed Hardy, like that's not even like Christian Andre or Ed Hardy or whatever. I have missed the names and live chats. I hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah. Look at all these fun people. Bing Kruger. Bing Burger. I like you. I'm from Georgia and I don't speak like Candy. Okay. I mean, I definitely don't think everyone in Georgia speaks like Candy, but I have this whole season been like, where is that accent from? Like Yolanda's accent. Like it's so like Williams and the way she says things. And I was just like, someone said Baltimore and I hung my hat on that. And then like, I don't know, she sounded like Candy to me in some moments. Okay. I think I take it I'm the only straight male in the chat. LOL. I mean, no, there's some straight males here, right? Mr. C, are you? I mean, I don't know, whatever anyone is, but like, I think Mr. C and I'm not quite, you know, I don't know. I don't think about people's sexuality. Listen, you are welcome here regardless. You know, you're welcome. I'm not going to try and guess, but I do know I have some straight males on my channel because I get hit on in a way that makes me feel like they're straight. They could be bi. You know who's not bi? Stephanie. I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing really to add onto that, like, you know, except that like Tom had to be like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that thing about you being fat. And then he also like is like, you're looking good, Darcy. Like I would like learn a lesson, and the lesson is like don't comment on a woman's looks, saying good or bad, as if you are some judge, as if like this whole time we've been like, well, what does Tom think about Darcy's looks? We don't like we're not sitting there being like, Tom, you look great. You look bad. When obviously we want to say those things. Fee, Phi. What's your name? Is it Phil? I'm hoping that it's Phil 1215. We can talk about that. Okay. Um, Here, I never got notifications in time to get here. Only Tom thinks calling woman is a pickup line. My first name is Spring Fam. Spring Fam? Spring Fam. I mean, that's a beautiful first name. Spring is great. Feet, like feet. Oh, okay, then I was right. Great. Okay, so Stephanie and Erica. Their friends are just so dumb. I hate the friends. The friends are horrifying. I don't like any of the friends. Like the friends start fighting. They're so dumb. Like Stephanie's friends are just like this one dude and this one girl, and they both are so obnoxious. And Stephanie's like, ha ha ha, go back and do the work for me. So it was kind of like Stephanie just trying to defend herself from being absolutely horrible, and Erica just being like, cool, just stop talking and stop saying like but this or trying to give yourself an excuse. Just give it to me that you were a nightmare. And Stephanie like can't. She's like, well, you know, like Sean's like, Erica was Stephanie different than you thought she'd be? And Erica's like, what? She's different. Of course she was. You know, yes. The answer is yes. And Stephanie's like, well, I did make this video 2 months before I went out. I did make a video about what a prude I am and how I have problems. And Stephanie and Erica's like, oh, yeah, I didn't watch it. I don't have to watch everything of yours. You're not like Oprah. You don't have your own network. I'm not like literally like flipping channels. It's just so horrifying. And then Sean was like, and Stephanie, is it true that you once worked at a strip club? I don't know if it was to make some point, like you try to be so prudish and saintly on the show, and yet you like, you know, like 6-inch heels. She walked through the club, nobody's business. Wah, wah. Like whether she was just like taking off her money taking off her clothes for money, which we, by the way, already knew about this because it was one of the things that came out really, really early on. That Stephanie, and the way that Stephanie said it was like, yes, there was a period of my time in my early 20s. I love when young people are like, my early 20s. I am 26 now, so 2 years ago, I went to LA. I ran out of money, and so yeah, I had to dance for the money. It really fucks with your head. Like it was just so like, would you like dance for like 3 months and did it really fuck with your head? Oh, don't even do it. Stephanie, I thought Stephanie said she didn't have friends. Yeah, she hired these 2 people. They're like other like smaller YouTubers that were just like, please give us subscribers. Which, by the way, please give me your subscribe. Have I mentioned that? Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Just like go ahead and hit that thing. I know I'm all over the place right now, but it's alive. And like this video. So I just can't even talk about it. It's like, like Stephanie's like one big nosed friend just like goes in and screams, and then later on it's like, sorry guys, it's just like the COVID quarantine really hit me. And it's like, oh, really? Staying home has done it to you? Okay, Lisa and Usman. There wasn't that much to be said about this, but there was this 2 things that they like weighed in on. One thing was the Yolanda situation, which I guess we'll go into that. So Yolanda's on, honey, and their big reveal was that, Kara had paid for a PI, and the PI comes on, and it's like, yeah, like there's a lot of, I wouldn't say red flags, more like red banners when it comes to Williams being right or not, or like a scammer, and he absolutely is a scammer because it's easier to do these things in real life, but like the networks and the social media that he was on like traces back to Nigeria or whatever. And then Lisa jumps in, honey, and Lisa's like, well, yeah, he's a Yahoo boy. I get hit up by Yahoo boys 300 times a year. Yahoo boys try get you and try to get you off an app, off Instagram and onto something else. Like she like knows the way those Yahoo boys works. I just like, eh. And then they like played the conversation Williams and Yolanda had when she was trying to buy a ticket to the Manchester airport or whatever, and everyone was like, Yolanda, does this sound like an English accent to you? And everyone weighs in. Tom's like, and Usman's like, and then like she has to just sit there and be like, no, you guys are right. That's not it. He's not British. No Maggie Smith's voice there, like uh I what a that's honestly all the notes I had about it. Usman and Lisa seem like they're still together during this time, or they're not mad at each other. It was confusing. Stephanie's friends are just as bratty as her. Yes, I have the opposite of aplastic anemia, oh my God, why did I start reading this? I make too many blood cells. Okay, so I give her slack. Oh, okay. I totally get that, but having an illness doesn't mean her. Listen, I actually feel bad if for her, and she has a crazy illness, which is the only thing that's like somewhat comical about it is everything that she was like, it's so hard for me to travel. I have to bring hand sanitizer everywhere and wear a mask. It was like before COVID, and now we're all like, yeah, that's what we all do. Meanwhile, Naomi and Lisa Rinna the whole time have been like, what? We've been doing this, And the thing about Stephanie is that like there was so many problems that the sickness was just one thing, but then it was like migraines, honey, and it was that, and she, like doesn't want to go get her boobs, like I almost said castrated. I wouldn't want that either. Cemented. A cast of them is what I really wanted to say. Now I have to take a lot of blood thinner every day to prevent another. I'm so sorry about this, Spring. Baby girl Lisa's voice makes me want to throw up. Oh my God, it's horrible. Like it makes you want to like listen to Angela, like one of those 7 tracks. Like, I mean, not to always like bring them both up, but like everything about her is horrible, and it makes me miss Angela so much. By the way, if you watched my live from yesterday, one of the breaking stories, just speak of the devil, which is Angela, is that Scotty is out of prison. She had a 20-year sentence, honey. I like still won't ever get over this. She had Scotty, Angela's daughter, not the one about the eggs, but the one from season 1, had a 20-year sentence for child molestation charges. 20 years. Actually, it was 60. But they were allowed 3 20-year counts. She was allowed to serve concurrently. I can't get any closer. Okay? And she was released after 14 months. She would serve the rest of her sentence on probation. Meanwhile, George, who had like a couple of pounds of marijuana in the car, was like in this slammer what felt like 5 years. That's just so crazy. I would plaster my boobs. Yeah, me too. I mean, I would. Yeah, I absolutely would. Yeah. Uh, yeah, as Chris, I still suspect that was a COVID. Yeah, I know it must be a COVID-19 release. They're doing a lot now. It's just like, I mean, for like, but like, I think that child molestation people, rapists, and murderers should still be in the jail and let out people with like minor drug, offenses or like minor stealing because they probably are drug people, like that kind of stuff. Let me get shorter sentences for sex crimes, a bad double standard. Yeah, like that is a crazy double standard as how women are like almost like women who commit child molestation or statutory rape or anything like that are somewhat still like fetishized, right? Like, and we've had this for years, like hot teacher. I feel like I don't know if I've talked to many men, but I've had a lot of conversations with dudes and have been told, like I lost my virginity at 14 or 16, and it's like with an older woman. I mean, of various ages. I've heard like I was 14, she was 18, I was 16, she was 20. It's like no part of me wants a younger man. I don't even want a younger man now, unless he looks older. I mean, I've been with a younger man, not that young, but you know what I'm saying? A little COVID and privilege combo. Yeah, I want to be like, what did Angela pay these people? What did she have on them, right? Um, I'm just gonna be really honest with you guys. I'm back on dating what apps? Is that what it's called? And there's one of them is called The League. And this guy's cute. And there's something called League Live where you like join and then you can do like a 3 minute. Oh yeah. You can do like some sort of speed dating thing. So I kind of have to get off and do that because your girl is like wants a relay, wants to see what it's like. Like they are proud of the boy for getting with the teacher. I worked in jail, so women are allowed to get away with so much more. Hey Caesar, Chris is online. I hate you. Thanks a lot. I do want a manicure though. You guys, what a crazy thing. So I feel like, okay, wait, the tell part two is either going to happen tomorrow. I'm confused, or whether it was going to happen next Sunday. I think they said tomorrow. Is it tomorrow and then the other way premieres the day after? Why didn't I look this up before? You think I wanted to look up and see if there was just like anything crazy that happened on Twitter during this that people talked about? People are going to talk. So the thing that, I don't mean to like give you a little spoiler, but I did yesterday, which is, that the thing they're going to be talking about Kristen, I can't. The thing they're going to be talking about with Avery and Ash and Tom is that supposedly Ash paid Tom to try and ask Avery out when they like had broken up to see if she would do it, and she did. And then she found out. She's just like, you're all so dumb. I'm happy for Darcy and her. I will say this. I'm happy for Darcy and her revenge body and Brittany cosplay. I love Brittany. So like I can't I mean like, Darcy and all her craziness like makes me happy. She makes me laugh. Erica does look good. I want to know like did she do a little more work? Is that why there's something different about her. She lose a little weight. I can't tell what it is. Yeah, I really, really hate Stephanie's friend. Someone called her a bootleg New Jersey housewife. Oh my God. Usman realizing that he could have had scammed Yolanda and not be stuck with Lisa. That's great. Yeah, going back to Erica, like that Erica was supposed to watch all of Stephanie's content. Could you imagine? I would never expect all you guys to watch my content. Can you imagine if I just like reference things being like, well, go back and watch that live from 2014 or whatever. I don't do shit in 2014, but ugh, gross. Where in the dark web does Lisa hang out to have 300 Yahoo boys per year hitting her up? I've never been hit up by a Yahoo boy, or maybe I just wouldn't accept the request, like in a message request. People are saying like every time this is funny. Every time I close my eyes, listen to Lisa's voice, all I see is like Marge Simpson's sisters. I wish I could just do my league live with you. You guys can like see me like have to like date. It's a good idea, but what would have to happen is would be I would have to like put them on mute or put earphones in my head because I don't want to like jeopardize someone else's like privacy. That's what you have to see what I have to do. But I do have to go because at some point I have to get married. That's just the way it is. I mean, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to tell you guys, I love you so much. I'll come back and do the next tell all when it happens. Thank you so much for being in this room and for being with me during this time. I can't wait to talk more about this with you guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. If you haven't yet, subscribe and like this video. I appreciate that. And by the way, getting my hair done next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Can't wait. You can join Vanity Fair on Facebook group. We can talk more. Of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. Other than that, baby boos, I hope you have a good night. Can't wait to read your comments about this. Tell me what I missed. Tell me what your favorite parts were. We can talk more about it, okay? I love you. Truly. Black Lives Matter. That's a whole different thing, but still, I want you to know. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art, okay? I wish I could let you guys just keep talking.